Hey guys, Maewtt here, and today I'm going to talk to you about a little conversation I had with Chiss and how, my perspective on all, like, this whole situation has changed from it. I'm pretty sure Chiss wouldn't mind me leaking this chat because, I'm not going to, like, paint him in a negative light. I'm going to show the whole thing and, just give my thoughts on everything. So, on Tuesday, almost a week ago at this point, I asked him about, like just to kind of like taunt him and be a jerk. I'm like, oh, so how's the situation regarding Samito D going? And so at first, he tries denying it and he claims that people were trying to create drama. I'm like, oh, typical Chiss, pulling his bull crap as usual. And so then I ask him about the NDAs. He denies them. And he's like, if you'd actually like to maturely discuss this with me, feel free to give me information instead of throwing accusations at me. So then I get an idea. I tell him to, first off, I apologize for accusing him. I typed this on my phone, so that's why there's a lot of spelling errors, by the way. So then I say, does that mean if someone did record him, they can post it publicly? And this kind of puts him in a corner because if he says yes, then that would void the NDA, and anyone can legally share the recording without like getting sued. And if he says no, then that would mean that he knows that something happened. So after that, he admits it, and Samito got a warning. He was dealt with. And I just wanted to make sure that, he was aware of it. And if you look at my past video, not once do I say that Samito D should have been demoted. I just basically gave you the evidence and said what I thought about it, and that was it. I never said what kind of punishment he should receive for it, or even that he should receive a punishment. And so, basically, he says that they were aware, and he says that the NDAs were a standard business practice. And I don't know anything about running a business, so everyone on the QA team signing an NDA. I guess that makes sense since they're pretty high up. And so I decided to give him a little legal tip because the NDA I saw only covered trade secrets, which are basically talking about how like a company makes a product. And the recording of Samito D swearing and bashing Mineplex doesn't classify as a trade secret. So I decided to give him a legal tip, and apparently he's not the one who deals with that. So whoever did create the NDA is just a legal tip. Recording some people swearing doesn't classify as a trade secret. So, I apologize. And he says that posting the video anywhere on Mineplex will result in a ban, which, that's his right. He owns the server. And I point out that I'm already banned. And then he says double ban. And, I'm still a little nervous that he, like, because, I can see that he's not, like, as bad of a person. But, I'm still a little suspicious of him. And so then I'm like, dare I ask, how does that work? Is he gonna like delete my engine, like file like a copyright claim and get my YouTube channel taken down or something? And it turns out he was just joking, which I thought was pretty funny. And so, he basically sums up the situation. Basically, Samito was under a lot of stress at the time because of clans, and there's some internal issues. And basically, everyone's super stressed, and when people get stressed, sometimes they snap. And unfortunately, someone happened to be recording it. And Chiss is right when he say he doesn't deserve to be crucified for it, and I never said he did. All I wanted to do was make the community aware of it. And Chiss says that that's basically crucifying him for it because that's because of how the community would react to that kind of thing. And there's always a few people who overreact, but there's also people who would defend like high up staff such as Samito no matter what he said or did. Like, even if he were caught hacking, there were people who would defend him. So he asked me why the community should be aware. And I say because, and the community, they have, like, this image of all, like, the higher-up staff that they're, like, this perfect hero and, they're not flawed ever. And they create impossible expectations for them. And, that's a problem because when they do slip up, it causes huge outrages. And so basically, you think slandering the staff is a solution, and I point out that I didn't slander him. Slandering is like saying false things in order to ruin someone's reputation, and this isn't false. I mean, he's pretty much admitting it. And so basically, I point out, if they see he's not perfect now, yes, they'll be upset for a while, but in the long run, they'll remember that he's just a human and see that he's human just like everyone else, and they'll cut him some slack in the future, and as well as all the other staff in the future whenever another staff member screws up. And, Chiss thinks my logic's flawed. That's his right. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. And he says that if he took chat logs from everybody on Mineplex, he could make anyone look bad because we all slip up sometimes. And I point out that I can make anyone look bad without the logs, to which he says I'm now quadruple banned. And, we have a laugh, and then he has to go. And, that, like, the joke with the whole ban thing, kind of reminded me of talking to one of my friends at school. And, then he has to go shopping or whatever. And so, we say goodbye. So you're probably wondering, okay, Maewtt, what was the point in showing me all that? Well, simple. Chiss isn't like, this bad person that a lot of people are trying to make him out to be. He's just a guy trying to run a business. And while I do disagree with some of his methods, such as allegedly getting, like, people's engines and accounts deleted, and trying to, like, over-censor things, which, in my opinion, it just makes it look more guilty, because if it were untrue, why would you try and hide it, He does make one very good point in the chat, why do we care about all this? Like, what's the point? I mean, who cares if some Maewtt swore and bashed Mineplex? He took care of it. I mean, yes, in my opinion, the community has the right to know about things like that, but, I mean, does it really affect you in any way? It is just a Minecraft server, after all. And yeah, it's nice to make the community aware of these things, but really, what's the point in all of this? At the end of the day, it's just a Minecraft server, and it's his business. He can run it how he wants, and even if it causes, like, them to lose players, it doesn't really affect us in the end. But, I mean, these are just my thoughts, and Maewtt, as well as everyone else, sorry for all the drama and trouble I've caused over the years. Please like, share, and subscribe, even though I won't be doing any more Mineplex drama videos. Unless, like, they end up doing something illegal, in which case I'll totally do a video on that.